Yes, it is a beautiful day, and welcome to another beautiful edition of your Bunga program. As it is hot, that political program with this sunshine out time, different political activities where they happen for Bodo Nigeria. Anywhere at all where they happen, we dey here to give a lot of information, to make sure say we give them up to date of these activities. And I know say right now, I don't know how I will take break this news to now. My co-host, my brother. My partner in crime, Ezugu Chukudi. Well, I look in situation, talk say, look, sometimes it get the way with the contain person's threat and situation for a program. I can't deliberately say, okay, make I plan for them, make I plot for them, make I send them on a mission. Where we say, if he go this mission, no go come disturb me today. And he might probably stay for this mission till next week. So make them no hold me. I just do my own thing. Same way they plan, give me. Wait, sometimes they don't go see me for program. And so I speak, I do my own back. Well, but I hopefully go there here next week with us. And at least to carry mention, so we drive the program together. My name never change. My name remains Unkobi. And then for today's edition, we get somebody way don't join me. Somebody will be say, when you look the person they young. The person as aspiring person. Now, one of those people we don't hear say, we are the leaders of tomorrow. We are the leaders of tomorrow. And I know say, as part of what they mind, say, okay, where is that leadership? Why haven't I witnessed it? Why am I not taking over as a leader? And who will be this person they talk about? We talk about Folarin Okpayemi Joseph, a social commentator and political analyst. Okay, Folarin, you're welcome to us in the Hot.
Thank you, Ogami.
You're welcome. Okay, Oga Folarin, and we could just enter straight up. I don't know whether over the week you get one to Oga President come and come talk. And this is where he actually can't talk. Now, a lot of Nigerians don't look and don't react and say, well, Oga President, why would you be saying this? We don't understand. And what if this is where Oga President come and come talk? Oga President talk say, say in the wonder why Nigerians still they accept them and why Nigerians still vote them in. Despite the situation within the country, despite the fact, say, poor, that is poverty, people they poor everywhere. They still accept them, they still vote for them. I mean, it bring me to this question where we say, where a lot of us they ask, say, okay, Oga Prezo, why are you saying this to us? It's not the kind of things we're supposed to hear from you. And if I also ask you the same question, Oga Prezo actually know how Nigerians they feel right about now? Or perhaps how Nigerians don't they feel over time going by the situation of the country?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Once again. Yeah, from the last question we asked, if Oga Buhari, they know the pulse of millions of Nigeria at this moment, I don't think so. Why? Because if really they feel the pulse of millions of Nigerians, with their lives don't not even they all right, where insecurity, where kidnapping, they carry their relative. No, you know go make this kind of statement at this moment because several families they now where they mourn their loved ones. Some of them still they raise money through crowdfunding. Say they want to negotiate with abductors, kidnappers for their dead. Say money whether never even reach. And if you the hear president of the country, they thought say Nigeria like me. That's why I say the problem with the comment they is sensitive for this moment. So we don't even expect such a statement from Mr. President now. So the year as the father of the nation, he's supposed to raise hope. They assure Nigeria say, okay, fine. Say they work around the clock, say to address this insecurity issue. But no be this kind of matter. No, suppose they joke now. Suppose they sober. And this kind of statement they come for this moment. Speak well of the president.
Okay, you know speak well of the president according to you. And but if you look at Oga President done the power for the last 6 years, and a lot don't play out. I mean, we'd also see a lot of things we don't play out in the last 6 years. We don't do. A lot of people will be in support and go talk. Say yes, he has done well. But going by this particular talk we in talk now, say on your part, say Oga President go fit. I mean, so it means I go put and say Oga President they admit indirectly. Say, of course, in the last 6 years, that he has not done anything or he has not done well enough. I don't know whether now admitted to the fact that he has not done well in the admit so.
maybe in relative they complain to Ram, say people for even Katsina State knows this fear of this insecurity, kidnapping. They have. We hear say they even protest some few months ago. It tells you something to say, okay, everybody they feel am. Even people where they say Baba Buhari before now, don't they feel am? Say, something's really wrong. In perception they say president no dey in charge, because if he dey charge, things no go out of hand. As him be saying, be retired military. Major General for Army, we suppose sabi security very well, because he assured us for 2015 say okay, he go address insecurity, but sadly things don't go worse. Every day we go read story of people where they kidnap, we hear attacks all over the country, abduction, ransom paying. So things are not getting well at the moment as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, things are not getting well at the moment, and which of course will bring me to this question where Oga Prezo, I mean this particular thing where Oga Prezo talks, see, based on, we still revolve around this same talk. He also further covered talks, look, say Nigerians even they congratulate themselves for being, for being lucky to still remain together, you understand, under his leadership. Okay, admitted to the fact, say, okay, there's a problem out somewhere, and also admitted to the fact, say, okay, crisis day, you gave an instance of kidnapping, a lot of things that happen. As a leader we understands these things, and we also understand the tones of people right now, if you say people that agitate, even to the point of calling for separation. How can, waiting Oga Prezo suppose they look into right now, will be that immediate response to make sure, say, at least if it justify in leadership, also fear ensure, say, the voices where people, or complaints where people they complain, at least in mend them. Yeah,
the issue where they cause this separatist agenda, agitation for partitioning the country, be say injustice, because some part of the country no feel among this country.
Okay.
Because by the government, by the president action, is reaction, inaction to issues in terms of appointment, in terms of the way manner way they talk. You remember then for 2016, he say people will give out votes 97%. You go treat them differently from people will give them 5% vote. So that those kind of statements they always fuel agitation. With this IPOB crisis, the solution to this issue is engagement. You can't be sending soldiers against people where they call for separation. Engage these people. Let them table their grievances. Take steps to address them. I think that's the only way forward. This force, it get limits where you go use force. Because even if you will look this IPOB crisis, when they even start 2016, they yesterday they use gun then. But military attack them. So when military attack them, they come to say, we don't feel they look ourselves, say maybe they kill us as chickens. So them too find alternative means. Don't be saying that the appropriate way, but when government don't push them to the ground, if government don't engage in that period then, instead of tagging them in terrorists, prescribing them then, at least with situation of the atmosphere.
Yes.
The atmosphere of the police no go dey heated up. But I think say na government aggravate this issue. Why? Because you won't approach say na force. We just here say, okay, see the way Igboho has to go, they ready. So all this kind of way, engage these people, let them table their demands, and you take steps to address it. I think that's the way to go. This use of force to quell violent, this is not the best as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. It is not the best according to what you talk. Okay. Oga Prezo also once come out and talk, say, look, that his leadership so far has been the best leadership over time. I mean, he can't also they blame, say, okay, there are people who deliberately they sabotage his government. Okay, going by the agitation we don't see right now, if there is an agitation maybe being stirred up by some individuals with some interest, for instance, interest for within the country they earn, or perhaps interest from the resources of the country, or interest from, okay, how maybe personal interest of individuals, maybe say, maybe because so they know probably assign one particular portfolio or one particular thing to them. For that reason, they cause a problem. Going by all this, is it not also, don't you also think it is appropriate for Oga Prezo to say, okay, every table, every individual will get crisis, will get issues with this. How can we best resolve this? Or do you think responding in the same agitation, the same hard force, Now be the appropriate way to fit take calm this situation.
Yeah, you know, say Oga President now, military man, he believes say, okay, force, that the response to any noise. So if you say that's the only way, because I don't see him say, you don't want even engage citizen. You know, all these geopolitical zone leaders, we go sit down. People don't they call for conferences, say make we sit down, make we table our matter. Say what they call this unnecessary agitation, where they ignite instability for the country. Yeah. Engage people, make we sit around the table. Wetin dey cause am? Shey na the structure wey dey run or how resources dey allocation dey reach some people pass another. How appointment into vital political position dey school towards one end wey some people no dey. How promotion for civil servants dey go, whether shey e dey on merit basis or because say okay some people wey even come from one region, because say they come from one region they no go fit gain elevation, you go oily retire them. So now these kind of issues where people they think say okay they cause this agitation. Why? Because injustice there in this country. Because everybody wants every part of the country needs collaboration. And if you they seclude some people come out, they go to say okay make we come out for this marriage union now. So what's be our benefit for staying there where we know they even they gain
anything from. Yeah. Okay, Oga Folarin, I bet you could just relax more, chill more, make you breathe, make breeze enter your body from the ones where you don't talk. What we go do right now, we'll go quickly enter this break. When we come back from this break, the matter still continues as they hot. So make not touch that dial, make not touch them at all. Okay, welcome back. The program still remains as it is hot. And on today's edition, we'll talk about the matter where Oga Prezo come and talk. We talk, say, look, say if they wonder why Nigerians still, accept them and even vote for them for the last election, even in spite of, the situation, the poor, poverty, a lot of crises where they happen for the country. And they will also get our guests here, our guest in the house, Oga Folarin Okoyemi, Joseph, maybe social commentator and the political analyst. And would actually drive the matter up to a point, ask questions, say, what go fit ginger Oga Prezo to fit they talk this kind of thing. And what be the situations with the around us where we say, where they cause all these kind of problems, you understand? And also looking at that, we are moving forward. And Oga Folarin, make a actually draft and make a move on from this particular what we've talked so far. Make we look at this way. Okay, going by what Oga Prezo talk about the facts, accepting the facts that there is poverty in the land. There is a particular statistics will come out like 2 years ago, and this statistics clearly states that say the poverty ratio for Nigeria, and as of 2019, they are about 82.9 million. You understand? And say by 2022, that is as probably next year we will enter. Say we will enter 90 million. You understand? 90 million. That is the system is not decreasing. It rather increase.
Yeah, expand.
It rather expand. They rather cause they cause more problems and challenges for the country. Okay, these are visible ratios. If you see our leaders, they see. You understand? What did they actually feel hold on to? And if we get president, we say, or we get governors, or even up to local government, level, where we say, then they see all these things, and then they admit or probably carry any strong move. How we as individuals go fit, they also fit follow up to make sure say, look, the country situation is getting bad every day. Because sometimes people also talk, say, who is there among the people they cause the problem? But if we also say, okay, make we come out ourselves, make we hold the right people accountable, how do we really push for this to ensure, say, we'll gradually come out from this particular situation we're in right now?
First thing first, citizens need information. We need to pay attention to how our leaders take some decisions where they affect our day-to-day activities. So that is very critical, because if you are not informed, you can't ask questions. You can't ask the right questions. And if you know if you ask the right questions, of course, so these people they be Maradona, they sabi weave us.
Around.
Yeah, that's why most of them know like they engage citizen for stakeholder. When Oga President too know they engage citizen, make they ask question. He just sit down for Abuja. Or waiting with the always see and say, okay, just sharply go commission something and he go run back, go Abuja. So by now, it's supposed they move around every country, all the states, all states. They engage opinion leaders there, traditional rulers, citizens, artisan, where they say, how my policy they affect your life? Say they get better. I think there you go get first time information, so you gonna say, okay, all this policy where they bring out no measurable results, because going by all this policy where you don't push out, Nigeria no even they feel them, because as it be now, let's say the unemployment level they grow daily, fine, and insecurity now main issue, because now with the year say farmers no fit even go farm, if farmer no fit go farm, they don't add on top unemployment level, so you get that, and if food no dey again na hunger, and if hunger dey, mass uprising go happen for country, and instability now it go be the end result. So the government need to be deliberate now. It need to start engaging people. This issue of sending force to quell or any uprising is not the way to go. You need to engage citizens, assure them, preach hope to them that, okay, fine, let's unite, let's resolve our issues, our differences, and also ensure say you dey take actions where they unite the country. Okay,
Falani, of course, what you talk now, within every other person go talk, so yes, engage. But Nigerian go tell you, say, we are tired of engagement. All the time they will come make promises. They will talk, say, we'll do this, we'll do that. Okay, we are addressing this issue in no time. And they will tell you, say, look, it don't become like daily song. They will say, if they wake up in the morning, you'll be like, now the first prayer they hear, we shall. Okay, on the side of the leadership, how can the leadership on their own part to clear the doubt of Nigerians say, okay, it's not about talking, no. What are those other very important steps so they first carry to show, so, okay, truly, it is no longer about talking. Make we at least address the issue. Make we see some key actions. What are those other key actions, key elements where they carry, where we give Nigerians assurance, okay, we don't see changes, we don't see differences. We go give Nigerians that confidence, say, yes, okay, we don't believe in it now, rather than normal regular talk.
Yeah, as we say, no, don't they say, okay, cost of governance they too high. So which step government they take, say, okay, you come out openly, say, okay, you don't slash all your personal costs, recurrent expenditure where they spend unnecessarily. You go see some governor, if they walk out for road, you go see like 14, 10, this thing. So we don't even need that. We're supposed to cut all these SSCs. Then government, citizens go to say, these people don't they change. So we go even see some, we go even raise our hope, say, these people don't they change. We'll be like, say they're serious now. But they know they take this step. Fine. We still need to engage them also. We need to tell, because let's say they don't know what they happen around, or they just day for their own corner. Because they know they feel our for this. Because the gap between us they wide. Why? Because they feel say they be a mini god to make citizens they worship them, and they don't forget say they be servants. Because we give them this opportunity to lead us for a certain period of time where they subject to renewal. So, but they know they see them that way. They see themselves say they be God, and they say just come down. They be servants. They be our servants. Because now people elect them into this office. They don't just enter there. By virtue of our election, we cast vote for these people. Say may they represent us. May they do our bidding. May they protect our interests. What will be our interests? Improve the state of the living standard of country, security of and welfare of the country. It dey paramount. Say these people suppose even know. Say okay, now waiting why they dey office with that. Say, they know they there for their self, for their family. They know they there when they go loot money for their personal family. They dey there for every citizen where they this country, because they owe that responsibility to uplift the standard of citizen where they this country. I think they supposed to get that one at the back of their mind. Maybe we supposed to remind them this one. Come on, say these people, they just enter there. Now our vote, and yes. It guys do our bidding by force.
Okay, the guys do our bidding by force, and then based on that, we can also from there enter the second break. When we come back, we will enter the final lap of the program. But no touch the dial. Yeah, welcome back. We don't enter the final lap of our program, and we'll still get our guests. Our bunga guest, Wazobia Joseph, will be social commentator for house, and we don't talk the matter. Reach the point where we say, okay, enough has been said. Okay, how then we will fit take collectively come together to fit address the matter. Okay, Oga Folarin, once again, you're welcome. Quickly, because of say we not to get too much time, we don't talk a lot. We don't look this matter based on what Oga Predo talk to these situations where they cause, where they actually aggravate and where they cause them. Okay, but on a final note, on the side of the government and on the side of the people, what are those major responsibilities where we say, where if we balance up equation, we say, where government will feel, okay, this is our own part, this is also the part of the people. We go feel, at least in the long run, we'll feel come together to say, yes, we are gradually heading somewhere. What is that final thing where we say Nigerians feel looking to say, okay, make we play our part, where we go fit at least lead to proper leadership?
Yeah. Well, first thing first, for leaders to gain our trust, they need to be transparent. Yeah. Their words should be their bond. Anything where they talk say they will do. Citizens must
do them.
Yeah. They don't come give us excuses. So now that's the way we will feel big trust within the citizen and the leaders. So if that one don't day in place now, stability will day country. Yeah, and that one will boost the investors' confidence because investors don't come country where instability day. Because security is very key.
Yes.
Yeah. So these are very critical points where government is doing transparency in their dealings. Also, being accountable to Nigerians. How do they spend our money? Because you will see now with the year report, says some governor never even implement minimum wage. Now, with the year say they want reduce workforce now. So these kind of issues now waiting they come. But if government don't dey accountable, reduce cost of governance. So we will take this serious. Demonstrate transparency in your dealings. Your word should be your bond. Anything where you promise citizens, do it. Then you go win their trust.
Okay, Oga Folarin, thank you very, very much. You don't talk on very important thing. Demonstrate at least that your transparency. Make everything very clear in the eyes of people. And Nigerians, I don't hear them. Okay, everybody get their own responsibility to play. The government get their own responsibility to play. We, except as citizens, we get our own responsibility to play. If government do they do it right, if we collectively come together and say, okay, now they do it right, we stand on our feet. Nobody get power past us because now we they define the government. We are the government. And if government feels on their own part, say that they be Ishan, they be Mozu. And because I say we they give them that same opportunity to take, to take run the system the way they like. So we'll go meet again next week for another edition of the program. Once again, Oga Folarin, thank you very, very much for coming around. And I know Enter will go invite you again. You will still come.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you very much. And so we'll meet again. From my humble self and my, my brother, we know they here. Where we say hopefully by next week he will come. Now, bye-bye.